Hello, grade 4 and 5, and welcome to English Home Language. I am Miss Kruger, and today we are going to take a look at language conventions, specifically focusing on tenses. So if you want to, you can grab a piece of paper, you can grab a pen, and you can take notes as we go along. The first tense we are going to look at is called the simple tense. So the simple tense is a tense that shows an action in the past, present, and future. It uses the simplest form of verbs. Now, we already dealt with the simple tense in term 1. Let's just recap what we already know. The simple past tense. Let's use the sentence, I jumped. In the simple present tense, jumped will change to jump. Therefore, it will be I jump. In the simple future tense, you will have to add will in front of the verb. I will jump. The simple past tense is used to show actions that are completed at any time, recent or a long time ago, or for any length, meaning any duration. For regular verbs, add ed to the end of the verb to create the simple past tense. So here we have the word jump plus ed. It will change to jumped for the simple past tense. I jumped. Now for singular subjects like I, you, he, she, it, the verb will be jumped. For plural subjects, it will be we, you, they. It will still remain jumped. Now, if we look at the simple present tense. The simple present tense is used to show actions that are happening in the present, right now. It is usually used for actions that are factual, normal, or it regularly happens. I jump. If you have a singular subject like I or you, it will be jump. But other singular subjects like he, she, or it changes to jumps. Okay. Then for plural subjects, we are back to jump for we, you, and they. Remember that I and you is an exception to the rule. S for one, that means the verb gets an S because it's one singular subject. And no S for more. We, you, they. It's more than one. It's a plural subject, so the S falls away. I and singular you is the exception to the rule. Now taking a look at the simple future tense. The simple future tense is used to show action that will happen at any time, later than now. So it means now. Okay? You can add will or shall before the verb. So it will change to I will jump. Here you can see that singular and plural subjects. The rule remains the same. Will jump. Now we're looking at the continuous tense. The continuous tense shows an action that is or was or will be in progress at a certain time. So it's a progress, it's continuous. The continuous tense is formed with the verb be plus ing form of the verb. Okay, I will explain that a little bit more clearer. So, let's take the sentence still, he jumps. Change that sentence to the continuous past tense. It will be he was jumping. In the continuous present tense, it will be he is jumping. And the continuous future tense will be he will be jumping. Moving to the past continuous tense. It can be used to show an action which was happening in the past. If the subject is singular, meaning one person, you use was plus the verb plus ing at the end of the verb. If the subject is plural, meaning more than one person, you use were. Were plus the verb plus ing at the back of the verb. So for example, he is one person. It's a singular subject. So there it says for singular subject, use was. So was, the verb is jump plus ing. He was jumping. Now if we take a look at a plural subject like they, we use were plus the verb. In this case our verb is jump plus ing. He was jumping, they were jumping. Now the present continuous tense. In the present continuous tense, the action is ongoing. It is still going on, and that is why it is continuous. It is used to talk about actions that are happening at this current moment. Like I am jumping. We all know when we use I in a sentence, I goes along with am. It is not I is or I are. That just sounds funny. Now, if the subject is singular, like he, for example, you will use is. He is jumping. Remember, the verb jump gets ing at the back. Now, singular verbs can also include her, she, it. Now, if the subject is plural, like they, it will have are plus the verb jump plus ing at the back of the verb. They are jumping. Good. Moving on to future continuous tense. The future continuous tense is used when an action is in progress at a time in the future. So you will use will or shall be plus the verb plus ing. The sentence will then be, he will be jumping. She will be jumping. They will be jumping. So this future continuous tense is easy to remember. Will plus be plus the verb plus ing. Good. So now we have already done the simple, past, present, and future tense, the continuous, past, present, and future tense. And now we are moving to the perfect tense. Now, the perfect tense can be a bit tricky. So the perfect tense shows an action that is already completed. We know that the word perfect means it's made complete or completely done. So to form the perfect tense, you use the verb. Let me just get my marker. You use the verb to have plus the past participle of the verb. Now, the past participle of a verb is the third column of regular and irregular verbs. Here I put two examples. The first verb is a regular verb. There you see it's jump. In the past tense, it's jumped. And in the past participle, it is also jumped. It is called a regular verb because in the past participle, so in the second column and the third column, it stays the same. That's why it is called a regular verb. Now, an irregular verb is when the past, the second column, and the past participle, the third column, differs. So here is our verb eat. Write it in the past tense, ate. And in the past participle, it will be eaten. Moving on. So, in the past perfect tense, the sentence will be I had seen it. In the present perfect tense, it will be I have seen it. In the future perfect tense, it will be I will have seen it. Now the past perfect tense. The past perfect, pardon me, I see I left out an E there by tense, but we all know it is spelled like that. The past tense of to have will then be had plus the past participle verb. So for example, the verb see. The second column of see, the past tense of see, will be saw. The past participle form of the verb, the third column verb, will be seen. So in the past perfect tense, the past tense of had is have is had, plus the past participle of the verb. So there we have seen. I had seen it. Now moving to the present perfect tense. You have the present tense of to have plus the past participle tense. Now the present tense of to have something will be has if it's singular, have if it's plural. I have seen it. He has seen it. They have seen it. Does this make sense? I hope so. Now moving to the future perfect tense. The future tense of to have plus the past participle. Now, the future tense of to have is will. So will plus have plus the past participle verb. I will have seen it. Okay, so that is the perfect tense. We have looked at the simple tense, the continuous tense, and the perfect tense. Thank you very much for watching this video. I really hoped that it helped you. Until we see each other next time, we don't know when that might be. It might be here on the YouTube channel, or it might be in person. Let's hope for the latter. Have a wonderful day, grade 4 and 5, and I will see you again very soon.